In my 30 years in construction and 20 years as a timber framer specifically, I've noticed that people like the bright, new, and shiny, and they're attracted to it, but in the end, they wind up with their own version of familiar, plain Jane vanilla timber framing with a unique twist. That's going to fall on their own spectrum of familiar and unique. Everybody has, on this continuum, everyone has their sweet spot. As an example of bright and shiny and familiar, think about Tesla. When you go to charge a Tesla car, the charging mechanism could be any old plug, but it looks like a gas handle. Now, is that accidental or by design? Here's what I mean. With this particular timber frame project, see, we've got the metal knee braces here. Now that is a piece of unique, right? And it also kind of blends modern, which is, we're seeing a lot of modern designs, modern pieces of design styles, you might say. And it's really turned out to be a lot of fun with timber framing. We've got another video about how I was afraid I'd be put out of business with modern design, but I've actually come to, it's my number 2 category. We've identified 7 in our book, but rustic is first for me, modern is next. It's just a lot of fun. But modern really epitomizes familiar and unique on that whole spectrum, okay? And with this particular project, even when we were focusing on this front entry, we really tried a lot of different pieces and a lot of different angles and all kinds of funky things to try to make this come together and balance. And in the end, it did move to plain Jane vanilla with a straight post, but the knee braces out of metal. And that was kind of the sweet spot for this project. And regarding the sweet spot is going to be a combination of your personal preferences as well as the situational context of what's happening. It's not, no man is an island, and that includes situational context. So as you're moving forward with your plan, familiar, explore the bright and shiny, but know that you're going to slide back to familiar, and don't get frustrated with a project of not knowing what you're going to get and how are you going to end. It's a fun process if you just let it roll. And for me, my company is sworn enemies of ugly and purveyors of long-term happiness. We hope that we can understand your project, what you're trying to do, and be a good influence so you can find that sweet spot.